Hello and welcome to what might end up being the Crazy Train. We hope. I'm your host Rob Wade and I'm joined by Blake Harmer.
Bow bow bada ba bow 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 bada ba bow 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 bada ba bow bow bow. Crazy train into the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. Crazy train to the underworld. Probably should be underground, really.
Oh, well, so it goes. So we've got a bit of a weird setup today. There's only the two of us. And normally that would mean that we would not record a Crazy Train. We'd do maybe a Gamecast or just play something or figure out some other shit to do. Yeah. But in this particular instance, I've got some new kit that I wanted to try out desperately. So Blake has been kind enough to help me do that. So the reason it might sound a little bit different, better or worse, is up for you to decide, is because we're recording on separate mics for the first time in however long.
Ooh.
I know, right? It's weird. So, I got some new kit and I'm playing with that. I don't think it's going to be something I'm going to be able to use for every recording, but it's nice to have as an option.
I think, if anything, this episode might be a bit of an odd one because it is more of us testing the kit while talking crap in the process.
Yeah,
as long as you guys, bear that in mind, we hope you at least have some fun with this.
Yeah, exactly. And then we got some cool bits. We, what's it called? We got some cool bits to talk about and that sort of thing. So hopefully there'll be some enjoyment in there for you. First, I wanted to just take a quick opportunity to read a really nice iTunes review we got. So it reads, so the title is Well Done. 5 stars, which is
good for you.
Very kind. Yeah, good for you, eh? Having a very busy life and limited time for enjoyment, listening. Oh, sorry. I'm reading it like an idiot. Having a very busy life and limited time for enjoyment listening, it takes a fantastic podcast to crack my subscription list, and this one has. Great show.
Oh,
so that's awesome. From Cast 1973 from Canada. Thank you very much for that. I know his name is Rob. Thank you very much for that, Rob. I will also take the opportunity to plug his fantastic current events and weird news podcast, the Roman Pod and Cast, which is a Canadian podcast where they read the stories you might have missed in the news.
Oh,
and it's incredibly funny. They've got a fantastic rapport, a bit like you and me.
Ah, okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, long-time friends and all that sort of stuff. They have a bit of fun just bantering back and forth like we are now.
Yeah.
So, it's, if you like that sort of thing, the Roman Pod and Cast is definitely a good place to do that. So, enjoy that.
Yeah, check out their shiz.
Yeah, indeed. And, enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it's up to you. I'm not your mum.
Yeah.
I've come to accept that now.
You mean you're not?
No.
Oh.
No, you've met your mum.
Oh, yeah.
You spent a fair bit of time with her.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure for a second. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we cleared this up.
Oh, that's good. Okay, cool. So anyway, so you told me to ask you about stuff you got in the post, right?
Oh, yeah. So, basically, I don't know about you, but have you ever received anything in the post that you found weird?
Yeah. You remember the phone?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have had a couple of similar things recently. One I know my friends have admitted to.
Right.
Because I actually went down to the post office the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this morning.
Right.
And because I had a thing where you had to pay £2.
Oh,
and because they hadn't paid postage, so I was like, "Oh, I'll pay it." And they handed me this thing, and it obviously had a DVD case in it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, "Oh, okay, I'll pay the £2 and I'll have it."
Yeah.
Not knowing what it is, but I was like, "Oh, it might be something cool,"
Yeah.
And my friends would be happy to know because it was actually a prank on their part. Basically, they had created a box really badly printed that just said it was a game called. It was meant to be a review copy for a game called Ham Simulator 2017. And basically, and when you open it, it's actually a piece of ham pressed onto the spindle. But it made completely round, like circular.
Is that the usual, friends?
Yes, that'll be shout out to Cheesy there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I've never had produce in the post that I haven't ordered myself.
If it weren't for the fact it made me laugh and before throwing it in the bin because it was a bit gross.
Because gross ham. Tough to be kosher in that bin.
Yeah, but the other thing is, which I've never got them admit to, but because I've asked a couple of them and they both won't admit it, but I've had a couple of weird Christmas presents over the last couple of years.
Right.
The first one I got was I just had a present posted through my letterbox.
Yep.
Didn't say who it was from, but I opened it and it was Spice World the movie on DVD.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And to be honest, I didn't really know who it was from. I thought it might have been Ronnie.
Okay.
Like that.
That sounds like the kind of thing he'd do.
Yeah. I thought it was a little jokey present, and I thought, yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe smile. This Christmas just gone, though, I received a second package.
Right.
Like, in a similar fashion. It was posted on my door when I got home one night.
Yep.
Or when I woke up in the morning. And it was Spice World the movie, again, but on VHS.
Okay.
So I'm a bit worried what I'm going to get next year, because I feel like if I'm going to keep getting, more and more regressed versions of Spice World, I'm going to get it on like Laserdisc next. Or,
I was really hoping it'd be the opposite way, and what will happen is over time you'll get next year you'll get a Blu-ray,
and then get 4K Blu-ray.
No, the year after you'll just get a code, and you won't know what it is until you enter it into Apple TV and it downloads Spice World as a digital copy, saved to the cloud forever.
Or it will go the other way, where I'll just start receiving Spice World memorabilia.
Yeah, so you start just getting like random Ginger Spice promotional stuff.
Yeah. So it just bugged the hell out of me.
Yeah. When you were younger, did you have a kind of favourite one? Or just
I was never massively into the Spice Girls, really.
I don't necessarily mean musically.
Okay. You mean in bang time?
Well, no, I'm assuming you didn't get the chance. I'm just...
No, I think I was the wrong age to be sexually attracted. I suppose I didn't mind Emma Bunton. I suppose at the time when I was younger,
I didn't mind her.
Don't really find her massively attractive now.
Yeah,
but you.
I was up until a point I was a Ginger Spice fan. I think it's because I think I really like tits.
Yeah, I like slippage.
And
tits and occasional slippage.
But over time, what happened was I gradually started to appreciate Sporty Spice for her voice more, which made me appreciate her in general.
Yeah.
So she ended up being my favourite by the end.
Yeah, that's fair. And she has all the money, so
she does seem to have a lot of the monies. She does. I think they all did quite well. I don't think any of them are scrambling for rent.
Well, I mean, Posh obviously is the richest, I'd say.
I would say so, yeah. Especially if she were to choose to divorce.
Well, yeah.
Obviously she gets half of that too.
Yeah, well, they've got stupid companies and that. That always bugs me.
What's that?
That they're, they obviously are very rich and powerful and all that sort of thing. And, well done to them. Beckham's obviously very...
Yeah, he's talented in his field, isn't he?
Guy and that. I know obviously he's retired from football and all that. Not that it's something I particularly watch, but, I know he was apparently good.
I've been told he is good at it.
Yeah. But it's when I'm told that all these things going, oh yeah, he's an excellent businessman and all this sort of things. But whenever you're in an interview with him, he is just like...
He sounds like the biggest simpleton in the world.
Yeah.
It's just a really childlike voice, which doesn't help.
Oh, he sounds like a lovely fella to talk to.
I'm sure he's wonderful.
But I just don't expect, I don't expect shrewd businessmen out of him.
Get me Beckham.
I get the feeling he pays someone to do it, really.
Yeah, I would say, well, that's part of us being a shrewd businessman, isn't it? It's like, it's like Trump.
I'm so shrewd, I get someone else to be shrewd for me.
Exactly. I'm sure Trump's the same. I'm sure Trump's the same. I doubt very much he's had a huge amount of dealing in his finances for some years. He's probably just paying somebody quite a lot of money to sort it out for him. Yeah. Once you get to a certain point, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Oh, I just love the idea that he's paying someone to be president for him.
Well, it's banning if you read the papers. Well, that's quite funny in a way, isn't it? Like, he's a puppet of Steve Bannon. Okay, he's dangerous. Which is it?
Is he a dangerous puppet? Is that what you're saying?
Has he got blades inside him?
Has the thread started to wear, and like the bit that it might catch on your finger a bit if he walks past you?
He got parts he could swallow, maybe.
Warning: this puppet contains small parts. Sorry, Trump.
Oh, we actually had a question. We got one.
Okay.
I put out the call, and I wasn't expecting somebody to come to us in time, just because obviously I left it quite late. But here's one. This could be fun, actually. I almost wish we had more people here, but fuck them.
Okay,
they could always turn up.
Well, to be honest, depending on what happens with this, it can come out again.
It can be arranged.
Yeah.
You can probably take the headphones off, by the way. Mate.
Yeah.
You're probably better off.
Everything's like a normal conversation, only not so muffled.
So, the world is... I'll start again. The world is exploding. You're escaping on a spaceship. This is where I got the world is space. The world is in space. It made me do some weird like slow motion walking. The world is in space.
Well, this is how the world ends. This is how the world ends. This is how the world ends.
Not with a bang, not with a whimper, but with a bang. It's so weird. It's weird, isn't it? Because we're sitting on this different, like slightly different setup. We've got like almost like a morning zoo radio kind of feel.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's Blake and Rob in the afternoon.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're trying out new tech here, and I love the idea that your new tech includes a drum machine.
It does include a drum machine.
Yeah,
I didn't choose it that way.
It's a crazy train that apparently needs more of.
If I can figure out how to do
Well,
that.
I'm Blakey Harmer, and I'm here to say it's just me and Rob today.
I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. Fuck 'em.
We're so lonely. We're talking to ourselves.
But compared to Blake, I just think they're shitter. All right, so I'll go back to the question. Fucking hell. The world is exploding. You're escaping on a spaceship, and you can take one thing with you.
Okay.
But it can only go in a bag for life.
Who came up with this?
So this is from Paul,
Okay,
number one
good,
Superman Paul.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, nice one, Paul. I didn't expect that one. Well done to you, is all I can say.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Only in a bag. I say this is the problem. I don't know if I want to overthink this because we all know how Red Shirt ended.
Well, by the time this goes out, if it goes out, they will have heard the best of work.
Yeah,
back in.
Yeah. As if people needed further constant reminder of that. So well, I was a bit worried when you first started the question, to be honest, because you said you can take anything, but. So that's what I thought. So I have to take buttocks with me.
Well, ideally, you're going to take your own.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if the world's exploding, I might lose part of it, so we don't know.
There is that actually. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but that's a possibility. I don't mean to.
I would probably take my music collection if I could.
How much? Yeah, I mean, as many CDs
much as I
could.
could. Well, yeah, or digital media or anything that I can grab.
I feel like that's a little bit of a cop out. That answer, like,
Well-
I'll take my hard drive and a laptop to play.
I'll take all my games.
I'll take an iPod and a
No.
charger,
Well, I'd grab as much music as I can because obviously I'm quite a fan of music, and I would, if I could only take one thing.
Yeah.
I suppose, I mean, choosing one album would be very difficult, I suppose. But, I mean, like complete works of Bowie or something would probably be at least fun. But then again, I don't want to be in a sort of Martian situation where I end up being driven out of the wall by this one album. So, yeah. What about you?
I haven't really... I don't know.
I don't know... I think this question would be better with a bigger group.
But at the same time...
At the same time, but I mean, I do like the... I the bag for life part of it is just like... I like... Yeah.
It's throwing you for a loop, isn't it?
That's the thing. I was sort of like, well... It's sturdy,
I don't think you're meant to critique the bag on its on its more fine quality.
I suppose you can't take... That means you couldn't take something too big.
Yeah, it's basically if it will fit in a bag for life. I imagine...
But quite a bit can fit into a bag for life, because it's quite a big bag.
Plus also, I don't think it has to fit the exact size. So you could have something that's taller...
Oh, yeah.
But still fits widthways.
I can walk along with my arms.
Theoretically, you could take like a Corby trouser press. I'm not saying you should.
And it's all right because I know that when I, am eventually found, and if the bag were to perish in me, like tear a bit while I'm taking me, my giant, statue of myself, apparently.
Yeah.
Then I know that I can, get a new bag when I find Earth 2 or whatever.
Earth 2.
Or new Fundera.
Wouldn't yours be called Appreciators?
Yeah. Laudus Appreciators.
You stand appreciated.
But
it's because you could theoretically probably fit like a keyboard in, like a big, like a sort of...
Yeah, well, I mean, technically
anything.
you could fit a laptop in. Obviously, no Wi-Fi, but as you said...
I can live with that Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I don't know how the the podcast listeners would get by without us. But.
Yeah. Well, the update, you'd never be able to update your Steam library again. So if you got a bad glitch on one of those games, you're fucked.
Yeah, you can't patch anything. That sucks, man. I hate this new world.
This world is not for me.
Yes, no, give it up, thank you. Yeah, I don't know actually. Do you know? I'm kind of tempted to take this new bit of kit.
Yeah.
Imagine how much fun we could have. Learning how to use it, probably using it wrong.
Yeah.
Good times.
Realising that probably all that we're saying has been lost to the void.
Good times. Good times.
Especially when you accidentally press the erase button at the end.
Yeah, as far as I know, I could. For all I know, I could have, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really can't tell. This is difficult.
Yeah,
so
fine.
For the benefit, if this ends up finding, it's like a.
If anyone can hear us, please send help.
This is it. We're ending up sounding like a pair of survivors in the wilderness. If anyone who should stumble across this recording, send Twinkies.
Send the help and the bag for life.
But no, the explanation behind this is that we're recording on my new bit of recording kit, and I figured that because it's just me and Blake tonight, we could use it properly without having to faff about with extensions and splitters and stuff. Although the headphone splitter is not much good considering the headphone bit doesn't fucking work.
Well, yeah,
I have to get a much bigger splitter, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. But I figured that we could use it to test this out, record on it, and then if it turns out good, then we can actually publish it, and it can be like a little mini Crazy Train podcast thing. So that's always nice.
So if you do hear this,
send Twinkies.
Yeah,
and in a bag.
Apologies. And this does mean that if there is a chance that this question may reappear on the Crazy Train as a result of this.
Yeah. Well, at this rate, considering the turnout we've had for the last few episodes, episode 49 might be me smashing my face into a shovel. Bang!
Not even Blake turned up, and he turned up to all of them.
Funeral my ass.
They just didn't want to be with me.
They just hate me. That's all it is. That's all it ever was. I kind of like the whole element of taking something with me that would keep my.
Well, you want it.
Sorry, I've just seen Omer's replied back to the question on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So it came to us on Facebook on the 14 Facebook page, and Omer's replied back with the only thing that's in my bags for life is more bags. So that's his answer. Pathetic.
Yeah,
I can't lose.
He ain't gonna live. And already my answer's better than that because
the trouble is with this one, it's open to a lot of loopholes. Is it one item or is it anything you can fit in a bag for life? Because I take fuckloads of hero clicks.
Well, yeah, you would just take a game you love or something like
a game
you love,
Yeah.
Obviously I wouldn't be able to fit the entirety of Battle Masters in there, but
no, fair enough. Well, it might roll up quite nicely.
Well, yeah.
As again, you have to just get it in a bag for life. It doesn't have to be the right height. Just has to fit in a bag for life.
Yeah. And also, what sort of bag for life? What dimensions are we talking?
I think we're talking the big canvas ones that supermarkets.
Yeah, I'm only kidding.
The ones that sell for like 40, 50p.
Yeah.
If the council will let you. I don't know what I mean.
If Puppet Trump will let us.
The head of my ass is huge. Unlike mine, apparently. Have you noticed that? The thing, everybody's going on about him having small hands. I saw a video of him, and his hands look fine. I don't understand what the problem is.
I've never thought
about
that president's got small hands. I've never ever thought that.
That's the thing. I didn't look at Obama going, well, the American people, look at my hands. They're big. He didn't do that.
He might have smaller hands than Obama's. Maybe
that's what it is.
Is there an article about the size of president's hands and Trump's just so happens to be smaller than everyone else's massive hands?
Maybe it's Phalangopedia.
Yeah.
Hands and feet of your favourite celebrity.
He's not going to compare with the hands of Mount Rushmore, is he?
No, well, there's that. I don't think it's like post.
I assume they're under the rock somewhere.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Is
the rest of the president underneath?
Is the rest of the president underneath Mount Rushmore, and the rest is it just a half-finished job?
Yeah.
A carving job? Is it supposed to be a suit underneath as well, like a nice suit? And actually, the guy's just like, oh, this looks pretty good. Barry, have a look at this, mate. All right, yeah, sure. That's quite nice. Yeah, do you know what? I reckon they'll be all right with that. We can knock off early then. Sounds good. All right, I'll put the kettle on, Barry.
God damn it, Barry.
I don't know why they're English.
No. But thanks to Barry, there's no.
Exactly.
God damn it, Barry.
Good old Barry.
You've ruined Mount Rushmore.
Thanks a lot, Barry, you dick.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So
Fucking tourist
I still need to come up
attraction.
with an answer. I still haven't done it, have I?
Well, I must admit, I can't really think of a great answer. I mean, if it was like my sort, because I mean, it is sort of a bit like my Desert Island Disc type thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Which is why I would I would make sure I took my music, as much of my music collection I could carry in a bag for life.
All right, tell you what. Let's expand the question then. So you can take. Let's ignore digital.
Okay.
Sorry. And obviously, this assumes that there are the facilities to
Play a CD.
at the other end of wherever you're going to. So Earth 2 or whatever. So Earth 2 has CD.
In New Fundera.
Earth 2 has CD players, DVD players, and you don't need book players. What am I talking about? They're just books. So you can
e-readers.
you can take one CD, one DVD, and one book.
Okay. All right.
One DVD, movie, or TV series, or whatever.
Okay.
Actually, no, I've loopholed it for you, haven't I? So you need to take Futurama. You can only take one. If I
took one series, yes, it would be Futurama. That's a given.
Which series? Because you can only take one.
That is a tricky one.
Yeah.
It's a difficult call because obviously, if you do this, you'll go, "Oh, what about that episode?" Or "Oh, what about that episode?"
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to.
If I was thinking what has been, I mean, all the series are pretty much continuously good, but I would probably say the second series for me has got quite a lot of the
second series has got some great episodes in it. Yeah. All right, so that's your DVD.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll give you a bit more leeway. You can have one DVD, one TV DVD, and one film DVD.
Okay. Again, that's hard to narrow down to one, but
that's part of the fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But then you're going to go, well, I'd have taken this. And I'll go, you bastard.
Well, we might be going together. You don't know.
Yeah. That's the thing, because I can name a favourite film of a type of genre, but it's very hard for me to name an all-time favourite film.
Yeah.
I would probably take Star Wars.
Which one?
That's the thing, I can only take one, which makes it even harder.
Empire?
Empire is the best one, but at the same time, it's the best one, but also the most depressing one. And if I'm alone in space, maybe I shouldn't be there watching that.
Just get to watch an accretion disc just flying around endlessly in space from the side of your frigate.
So I probably would take New Hope.
New Hope.
I mean, if I have to teach a new species something, it might as well be Star Wars.
Fair.
And if I took one CD, I would probably go with Ziggy Stardust.
All right, fair enough. It's nice choices. Okay, right. So then I've got to choose. Oh, you got to choose a book as well.
Oh,
you can have somebody read it to you at the other end.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big a reader as some. With your surname.
I was going to say, I'm not a massive reader of books, but I would.
Could take a graphic novel, I guess.
No, it's all on fire with the rest of Earth.
Oh yeah. So you wouldn't take the Walking Dead TV series then to make up for it?
Yeah. Oh no.
Is that what it is? They've decided.
Yeah, because then Futurama will catch on fire.
What if they decided to... Right, so here's a question. What if they decided to adapt into a series that's caused the entire world to burst into flames? Have they decided to make the TV...
Sharp... it was a remake of something everyone loved. You just know.
It's got to be Sharp, made back into a book, and then back into a TV series again in the same week.
Yeah. Or it's something, or it's it's a film that everyone has a childhood memory of, but and they're remaking it. Like... Labyrinth or something.
It's the entire Indiana Jones trilogy, but Harrison Ford is replaced by a wheelchair with nobody in it.
Dr. Johns.
I know there's no other actors.
Is that what you said? That thing belongs in a museum?
We were working for the CIA. They were wheelchair accessible in those days. Dun, 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 dun.
Nazis. I hate these guys. They only have stairs.
I think there's
no ramps at all.
I think you will find our facility very much impenetrable, Mr. Wheelchair. Dun, 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 dun. Yep.
Oh dear.
Right, so book then.
So you're I suppose normally it's a compendium with it all together, so I don't know if you allow me to have this one or not.
Oh, okay.
It's His Dark Materials.
as a trilogy.
Yeah. Which you
Tenuous.
can get.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
So that's why I didn't
That's
know.
fair.
You know.
Well, yeah, I think that's fair enough. You can have, as long as it fits in as long as it's a single volume.
Yeah,
as long as it's
get it in a hardback book.
Purchased as a single. But if it's purchased as a single
that's
volume,
why,
I'll allow it.
so I mean, yeah, if I had to choose one, it would have to be the first one because obviously, you know, the story, the other two obviously are continuations of the story, so it seems kind of pointless to have just one. Yeah, you know what? I want the middle of the story. I don't want the rest of it.
Well, there are probably people who do that. To be fair, I was talking about you take an Empire.
Well, yeah,
that's the second part of the 3.
Well, to be fair, I took A New Hope, and we all know that's in the middle now.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's the middle film at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
technically. I guess Rogue One.
Or Rogue One, maybe.
The end of Rogue One, the beginning of New Hope is the middle bit.
Yeah,
I guess.
So just a pissed off Darth Vader.
Fuck off.
If you see a pissed off James Earl Jones, you've reached the middle of the.
Your exits are here, and pissed off Darth Vader is there. Right, so my turn, I guess. So then let's do.
Yeah, that's how these things normally work.
Yes, they do. Right, so CD.
I'm going to guess Stereophonics.
You'd be wrong, actually.
Yeah.
It would be up there, but no. The CD I would go with is Semisonics, Feeling Strangely Fine.
Oh, okay.
Because I listened to that album probably more than any other album in my life, because it's like just one of those ones where I feel like every note is perfect.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Stereophonics would be up there, because that's one of the...
Well, I know they're one of your big bands, so that's why I thought I'd up there. Or,
yeah, I wasn't a big fan when they went big band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first. One of theirs was the first album I ever bought, so it does have a kind of nostalgic memory to me. You know, in fact,
I went with Ziggy Stardust because I sort of grew up with that album.
Yeah,
I must admit, if I was thinking of albums that have iconic meaning to me, is like, you know, first album I ever bought, that sort of thing, it would be Master of Puppets by Metallica.
Okay,
so that has like, you know, spiritual meaning to me as well. But
I can the deep meaning subtext of
yeah, we're here. Yeah, he really speaks to me about drugs
and being a master of puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Semisonics Feeling Strangely Fine would be my album. Mm-hmm. My TV DVD would be
Walking Dead.
Whichever series of Frasier has the radio play one. I can't think off the top of my head. The one there's an episode where Frasier is commissioned to revive a murder mystery on the radio for its like 50th anniversary or something.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen this one. I must admit, I like Frasier when I watch it, but I must admit I'm not an avid watcher.
We're gonna watch it after we finish recording.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like it's required viewing for anybody who appreciates comedy, because it's so good.
Oh no, I do love Frasier when I watch it. It does make me laugh a lot. I've just not seen that particular episode.
Movie DVD. See, again, I don't want to go for anything too depressing, because my first reflex was Event Horizon. That's the worst possible choice for in space.
That's all I want. Insanity on the spaceship.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Sorry, I just got the mental image of you.
That's
actually worse, actually. Because my first image when you mentioned Event Horizon was you appearing on, you know, Earth 2 or New Fundera or whatever we're calling it.
With my eyes gouged out.
With your eyes gouged out. But the other thing is you're now going to appear in drag as Mrs. Doubtfire.
So I appear with my eyes gouged out, but with a custard pie on me. Hello!
I survived Earth. I'm their representative.
It was a run by apocalypse. I haven't chosen any Star Wars stuff yet. I should fix that, shouldn't I?
Be a book.
A book, yeah, I'll go for a book. So let's go for... Oh man, that's tough. There's some really good books. I will go for... the trouble is the Thrawn stuff's all the trilogies, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean.
I'm sure you must be able to buy the Thrawn trilogy as a hardback somewhere. I'm going to cop out and say that.
Yeah, okay. At least I know you can get the start materials as one thing.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. I must be able to think. Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. There you go. Okay. That's a really good book. I like that a lot. Got a lot of time for that one. Okay. Yeah, because it's one of those ones... I hadn't read it at all until about 5 or 6 years ago, and then I read it and I just instantly fell in love with it because it was just everything I could possibly want from a suspense tale, because it just builds up to such a wonderful climax. Boom. All right, there you go. So thank you for that, Paul. Hopefully those answered
Hopefully
your questions.
these actually reaches you. We haven't just wasted half hour of our life.
Well, quite, but so it goes.
Yeah.
Shall we do like a little sign-off thing and then check it back?
Yeah, I know we didn't really do an intro to this, but
That's all right.
enjoyed this.
Yeah, so it's
even if it's like
we can always
slightly half-baked.
We can always go back and record a new track to go at the beginning.
That's the other thing.
Ooh, check us out. So, where can people find you on social media?
My name is Blake Harmer. You can find me on Twitter at fucksakeblake. Blake.
Yep.
You can also find me on Facebook. That's about it, I suppose.
Okay.
Apart from occasionally on Emotionally 14's other channel, like YouTube channels and stuff like that.
Yep. And obviously the Gamecast podcast.
Yeah, that as well.
Which we presume this is not going to become.
Yeah. Well, the fact we didn't even take a game with us, so
no. I was going to say game, but I figured it would probably be.
Well, it'd have to be handheld, wouldn't it?
Well, if you're gonna be near a sun anyway, you might as well take the Game Gear.
I've already got a big hardback book with 3 novels in it, and a box set of Futurama.
True. Yeah. But I say, if you're going to be near a sun, you might as well take the Game Gear with you.
Yeah.
It's anything that can power it.
Do you want it to power the ship or power the Game Gear? Oh dear.
Tough call. I regret nothing.
Chaos Emerald, bitch.
Oblivion's got shit on me.
That wasn't on Game Gear.
So Twitter at fucksakeblake. All right, cool. So you can find me on Twitter at RobWadeVision. You can find Emotionally14 on Twitter at Emotionally14. You can also find Emotionally14 on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Stitcher Radio, and all by searching Emotionally14. Emotionally 4 digits, not letters. Thank you for listening to what might be episode 48 of The Crazy Train.
But might be pure oblivion.
Feel free to give us a review on iTunes. And thanks for listening. Jump on board.
Ding dong.
All right, cool.